Hey YouTube follower, fellow time wasters. I noticed the voltage in my camper charging system was a bit low. It's old, it's worn out, and I noticed it never charged our batteries quite well. And this is the voltage it's at, 12.5. It only gets lower from what I've seen. You know, when I start putting a load on it, it just gets lower and lower. So I don't think it's putting out the proper voltage to do its job. So we just purchased this. It's a little bit of an upgrade. The one that it comes with is a 40 amp. There we go. Is a 40 amp or 45. This is a 60. It's a Intellipower RV converter charger. It's the 9200 series. It's actually a 9260. 60 being for the 60 amps output. But if you see right here, let me see if I'm doing this backwards. 13.6 volts, not 12.3. So let's see what we can get out of that. We'll see what happens when we change it over. I always make my videos upside down, like you don't. Come on. All right, so the first thing I want to do, shut the power off. Wouldn't that make sense? Kill the power from coming into the camper. And I suppose I could just shut the main off inside the camper. But I think I'll do this instead. I think that'd be the safer way. I don't know which way I want to go. So, power secured. There is no battery in the camper at this time. So let's get in here without crushing glasses and things like that. I wouldn't want to be blind. Here. Here's what we got. That's the old one. It's the 45 amp version. It just stays at 1 voltage. I know it was a dumb charger. There is a plug on top of it that looks like you could fit in one of those little Charge Wizard pendants to adjust the voltage, and it even says dual voltage interface, but this company's not in business anymore, and they sure as heck don't make parts for it. So I'm not about to go buy a Charge Wizard pendant and stick it in this thing just to have it get ruined. So I'm just going to pull this thing out. Very simple. There is a ground wire coming to it. I mean, I'm halfway done already. I just pull the power. I have a ground and my DC output right underneath it. 2 wires. Unscrew the thing. Say goodbye. Remount the new one. Or I should say mount the new one. DC wires back in on the bottom. You can see them. I kind of blew it here a little bit. I didn't bring a flashlight with me, and my camera is the flashlight. Okay, there's your positive and negative. There's your ground, which is bonded with the rest of the electrical system to the body of the camper. So these 3 connections, unscrew the thing and it's gone, put the new one in its place. It should be that easy. I will have to tap a little hole someplace. I got to mount that pendant, I think, someplace. I don't know if I'm going to mount it on the exterior of this. It's like a utility closet. You know, here's the main breakers, and here's the DC power panel. Let me see if I can get that. Here's the DC power panel. Nothing really major to look at here. All right, I'm going to try recording this. You're probably not going to hear the audio too well. It is what it is. This is what we got to take out. A couple of wires, pull them out. Ground wire out. Dismount, gone. Let's begin. So let's start with, we're going to need a flathead. So 1 flathead tip. Let's see if this will fit. Probably not, because that's the way things go. With me, Murphy's Law is always with me. So normally, my wife's like, oh, you're negative Nelly. You're negative Nelly. You never have a positive thought. My way of thinking is, what you do is, you go with the normal. If you normally run into issues, expect the issues. Just know that you're going to run into an issue. I know something's going to go wrong here. I know it. It's going to happen. So if it doesn't happen, right? Say it doesn't happen. Say this goes well. It's not going to happen. Say this goes well, right? Won't I be surprised? And won't I be happy? But if it doesn't go well, won't I be expecting it? Right. Yeah, okay. All right. As long as we're on the same page. Set your... I'm not saying set yourself up for failure, but just expect something's going to go wrong. If you expect it, you bring some extra tools, blah, blah, blah. You get used to it. This way, when it happens, you don't get all worked up. You don't get all worked up! Anyways. All right. See how quick that went? Next, now it's looking for a Phillips head, but it's not going to get it. Not off a screwdriver. So, brought my handy dandy Ryobi. Ma, get the Ryobi! I need the Ryobi! I don't know if it's Ryobi or Ryobi. Who gives a crap? Either way, I need this to take these screws out. And I'll start with the bottom one first. Oh yeah, love that noise. How about we turn it the right way? See what I'm talking about? You gotta turn it the right way. Make sure it backs the screw out. Idiot. There you go, there's one. That was only a 6-inch long screw. I don't know if you were trying to get it to mount to the outside of the camper from the inside. Maybe you could put a couple of longer screws in there. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
On 7th Street.
What am I hearing?
With an odor.
Oh, I know what I'm hearing. Anyways, look at this screw. Can't see it. It's like 6 inches long. To mount this. It's wafer thin. It's wafer thin. Goodbye. And we're going to use these same screws to put the new one in, right? All right. As long as we're all on the same page. Why reinvent the wheel? All right. It only gets better. I'm telling you, it only gets better. All right, where's the ground lug? The ground lug, of course, is on the opposite end. Okay. Clearly marked. You're probably not going to be able to see it because expect that you're not going to. Positive, negative. It gives you two, so if you have two batteries or whatever, I don't know. Maybe you got two fat cables. Maybe your cables are obese and they need a little workout. So there's two in here. I don't know. Anyways, positive, negative. And they give you a bunch of fuses. Can't go wrong. It's very simple. And then the grounding lug. I don't know if mine will reach because mine was designed originally. I told you. See? This is what happens. You go to put this thing in and the ground lug is in a completely different spot from the last one. So what am I going to do with this? What I might be able to do is put another hole somewhere up top, back this one out, feed it back through for the top. See, but you just got to expect this crap. You got to expect this crap. What an idiot. Anyways, we'll figure it out. But those are going to get fed right in there. Can you see it? Can you see it? No, my head's in the way. Those will get fed right in there. And then this is going to have to get backed out and fed in through the top. Not a big deal. We'll make it work. However, while I'm down here, I'm going to put some screw holes in here. Wait, will that one match up? That might work. All right, I'm going to need another one. We can do this. And I'm pretty sure that fan is going to suck in through there, which is good. Something else you might want to pay attention to, too. Heat naturally rises, right? I don't know if you know that, but it does. Heat rises. So if this fan is pushing this way, that's cool. If it's going the other way, it might be kind of fighting the forces of nature there. If you mount this upside down, and the fan has to take that heat and push it down versus letting it naturally go up. So I don't know if it's going to make that big of a deal, but just a word of caution. Why make the thing work harder than it has to? I got one screw in. Give me another one. Out of my face. I don't know how much of this is going to be edited out. For you guys, probably not enough. Oh, yeah. That's for you, Tommy. All right, I'm going to block your view for a minute. Take a look at the back of my fat head. Do you see a hot dog pack back there on the back of my neck? All right. Now, this is where I get OCD kicks in. Is it level? Is it level? As if anyone's going to see it. Is it level? Ma! I need the level! There we go. Oh, yeah. Ah! Drill it! Ah! Boom! How's it look? Can you see it? Can you even see it? Open your eyes. You even lift, bro? Chabra. Alright, let's get this old cord out of here. Get this old crap out of here. Old crap. Bye-bye. Alright, now this cord. This solid copper, not cord at all. I'm going to pull out. Pull it out. Pull it out. Oh. Wrong one. You got to touch it in the back. Oh, something is really Oh, you know what's stabbing me in my arm right now? That 6-inch long screw is really digging into my nerve right now. Oh, that feels so good. Come on. Oh, I got it. Oh, thanks for all your help down there. Will it reach? No. Nope. 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 You know how it is going to reach, though? I'll tell you. I got something for you. You ready for this? You ready for this? Stand by. We'll get a little of this action, huh? Look at this. Oh, you can't see it. I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. I love it. No project is complete without a dose of blood and sweat. All right, let's make this a nice hole. I'm going to go ahead and use the 5/16 drill bit. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and drill a hole directly above the terminal. Let's put the drill in the right direction this time. One mistake I just made was I didn't block off the air openings for the converter. And some of the sawdust just went down there. Idiot. Good to go. Drill bit out. Goodbye. Now, because there wasn't enough length. Length is always an issue. There wasn't enough length to come over the top of the wood. So, what I'm going to do, you ask, is I'm going to run it right through the top and get a pair of pliers and bend the stupid thing down and feed it right in. That's what I'm going to do. So, black is positive. The white guy, negative. All the time. All the time, negative. You got nothing good to say. Nothing. Just shut your mouth. You got nothing good to say. Just shut it. That's him right here. All right, Manuel, out of the way. It's Manuel. It's Manuel. Great. All right. So, as I was saying, let me open these up. Oh wait, that's a Allen wrench. I forgot. The new terminals have an Allen head to them. Let's see if I can find the appropriate. Am I even in there? Oh, you know why? See? See what happens? Now I gotta go get an Allen set, because this stupid thing is too fat to fit in that orifice. Said no one to me ever. All right. I'll be back. This is what happens. This is what happens when it's 1,000,000,000 degrees out. This tool, I had this in my hand prior to coming out with this and saying, oh, no, this will work. And I said, nah, you know what? I'm going to put this down and take this instead. That worked out well. All right, so we get the matching item. Let's loosen them up. Negative. Don't go too far. Now, let's see if I can actually get this in here without coming up with new swears. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Can you say edit? All right. Oh, plenty of slack here. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to doctor this up a little bit. Probably strip some back, make it new. I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you. All right. We're back. Just leave that out of here. Actually, it went very well. Can you hear anything? Take a listen. Nope. I know everything is working. I have DC lights. Not a peep from the fan. Nice and quiet. And oh, I gotta hook up my. I gotta bond my grounds together. But I just plugged in shore power in the camper. In the camper. And everything came right up. Everything's working just fine. I got my pendant here. I don't know what it's flashing. I gotta check it out. I don't have a battery hooked up in here. I don't have the battery in the battery box. So I know this thing is producing all the DC power that it's supposed to. I'm gonna go check the voltage gauge. What was the last one when I read it on the before? Like 12.5 or something like that. What's that say? I don't know if you can see it. 13.6, I think it says. That's different from 12.3 or 12.5. I've seen it go as low as 12.3. Temperature's reading 84. It's quite warm. It's warmer in here than it is out there. But that's a lot different than what I started with. So 13.6 I can certainly work with. So I'm going to go hook up the battery to it now. I'll show you where that goes. Come with me. Come with me. Where are my keys? Deep down. Deep down inside. Squirrels. All right. Shore power plugged in. Told you. I'm getting text messages here. That's the joy of using your iPhone instead of professional recording equipment. Here's the battery box. This tray comes out. I have a 100 amp. Oh my gosh, point the camera where they can see it. Sorry, it's an 80 amp. I have an 80 amp circuit breaker, which is currently in the open position. So this, if it touches the metal, not going to short anything out while the battery. I take the battery in for the winter, so it doesn't get doesn't freeze up or whatever. So I'm going to go get the battery, put the battery in here, and make sure this thing is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, bright light. Listen. You hear that? It's not gunshots. It's not buses. It's not trucks. It's birds. I often wonder why I even take the camper out. When my backyard sounds like a, I don't know what, aviary? Is that what they call that? All right, I can't carry you and the battery at the same time. I'm going to blow an O-ring. I'll be back in a minute. Man, I'm looking old and hideous. Good God, man. Okay. Bro, you even lift? I don't know what that thing weighs, but it's on the heavy side. All right. Anyways, we're hooked up. Close the circuit breaker. It didn't pop out, so that's cool. We're not exploding. Let's, I'm going to push this in a little bit. It shouldn't be too much of a draw on it because I keep it topped off. So let's go inside. I got a lot of editing to do. You don't want to see me walking around. I'll leave some of it in. Try to make somebody laugh. I spend most of the day laughing at myself and having conversations with myself just like this. So what's any different? Okay, nothing different here. Okay, like I said, the battery was topped off, so it's not like I'm putting a dead battery in the system and the thing's gonna all of a sudden go into supercharge. 13.6, sorry, 13.6 still on the voltage. Let's throw some lights on. Of course, I just switched everything out to LED. Some of them are pretty crappy LEDs, but it is what it is. I'll try putting them all on and see if the voltage changes. I don't even know what I'm aiming this at. I mean, the whole point of LED was so that you could have a ton of them. Hell, I'll even put on the stereo. Let's, what else can we put on? Oh, you know what draws a lot? The heater motor. Oh yeah, that says 13.5 now. I'm still not hearing. Hang on. Nope, I don't hear anything out of it. I have a few more lights I can put on, but honestly, how much more is it gonna draw? I can put on this noisy fan. Still nothing yet. How about, let's put the heat on. Heat set on 90. What are we at? Still at 13.5. Outside lights are on. I've got nothing else to draw here. Okay, the heat just kicked on. The voltage went to 13.4, which is still very acceptable. And it doesn't have this thing under any load whatsoever. Fan's not on. And I know it's working because, remember, before I put the battery in, this was supplying all the power to the camper. So I know it's supplying the power. Clearly it's supplying the power because there was 13.5 volts on the meter by the door before the battery was put in. So I know this thing is supplying the power that it's supposed to. I'm just not putting it under enough load to cause the fan to come on. So I can turn all these lights off. That's one of the benefits of LED lighting, is you can light the place up and it draws a fraction of the power that a regular incandescent light did. Like I said, the battery was topped off, so there's no load on the thing right now, and it's hanging out at 13.5 volts. Yep, it's back up at 13.5 volts, 84 degrees on this beautiful sunny New Hampshire day. All right, talk to you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me. Any questions, comments, tell me where I can improve. Tell me where I can shut the blank up. It's what it's out here for. Even if you are my one follower, I'll take whatever... oh my gosh, it's too hot. I'll take whatever input I can get. All right, thanks again, guys, or guy, or girl, whoever my follower is. Thanks for hanging out with me in my 17-year-old camper. Keeping it real. Talk to you later. Bye.